This is New York's big and bold Belmont Park. For 141 years, its big race has tempted emerging stars with a promise of legend. Today, a legend in the making may be among us. Calvin Burrell, a hard-working everyman turned media darling, now can do what no one ever has. He will be back aboard long shot Derby winner Mind That Bird, now the favorite to take this Triple Crown finale. But standing ready to defend their turf are proven veterans. Nick Zito has stopped 2 Triple Crowns. And D. Wayne Lucas has captured Belmont Carnations 4 times himself. They are all gunning for the big prize, the Belmont Stakes and the Tiffany Trophy. Yesterday it rained all day long, but this a striking day here in New York. Mid-70s, perfect conditions. Still, the concern from morning on was how much would the track dry out. Well, it did, and it has been blazing fast. You may recall a year ago, Big Brown melted those Triple Crown hopes under heat. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore, and I welcome you to Belmont number 141. No Triple Crown on the line, but we do have a Calvin Crown, and that daring jockey will be on Mind That Bird, facing 9 rivals today, and they start with the diet guru Jenny Craig's Chocolate Candy. That colt became a very popular favorite nameplate in the Derby. The 2 is Dunkirk. The Big Gray came with a $3.7 million price tag as a yearling purchase. Mr. Hot Stuff was a disappointing 15th in the Derby. Summerbird has the jockey Kent DeSormo. You remember he's trying to remedy last year's Belmont letdown with Big Brown. Love Gov, one of the 2 D. Wayne Lucas starters. The horse that's been impressing at Belmont is Charitable Man. He's 2 for 2 here. The Triple Crown star, Mind That Bird. He drew the number 7. The first time in his racing career he's worn number 7. We'll see if it's lucky for him. Flying Private, a hard-charging 4th in the Preakness for Wayne Lucas. And then the 2 Nick Zito trained hopefuls round out the field. The 9 is Miner's Escape, and the 10 is Brave Victory. Look at the crowd that's growing at the paddock here. And as a major sports event, there's always something very raw and real about the Belmont. It does not submerge itself in pageantry. This is about the race, the moment, the pressure. Taking that same test Secretariat passed, and last year Big Brown failed. And now the test takers, they're getting ready to make their way to the classroom. Jay Pridman.
Hey, Joe, one of the guys who engineered that big Belmont upset last year is with me right now. It's Nick Zito. Nick, you've won the Belmont twice. Can you make it a hat trick today? You've got 2 chances.
Well, I think we're going to try, Jay. We got 2 good shots. You know, they're both live. They both look good. They look terrific. So, see what happens. It's supposed to be our, our race, so we'll see what happens.
All right, well, best of luck to you here. Now, with more, here's Steve Cyphers.
With me is Wayne Lucas, looking for his 5th Belmont championship. Wayne, how has the way the track's come up today affected your chances with the 2 horses?
Well, they've done a remarkable job considering where we were yesterday with the heavy rains. It's still playing very, very much favoring speed. I don't know if in this 30-40 minutes we've got before we get to the gate, if they probably will run the water truck on it, it might help a little bit, but I still think there's going to be an adjustment, and it's going to favor maybe those horses that are forwardly placed.
Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it. Caden?
Well, Todd, 2 years ago, you were in virtually the same spot waiting for the eventual winner, Rags to Riches. How do your feelings compare as you wait for Dunkirk?
Well, we're optimistic. You know, the horse has trained very well since he's been here. We've always, thought a lot of him, and, I think that this racetrack will suit him, and, we think a 1.5 miles is within his scope. So we're optimistic. We know it's a tough race, but we have a good feeling about it.
Thanks for your time. Janine?
Well, I'm here with Chip Woolley. Chip, you're walking over to saddle your horse as the favorite in the Belmont Stakes. How do you account for what's happened in the last 5 weeks?
It's hard to account for all of it. Janine, it's been a great run. I've had great people around me that have helped me a lot. My horse is just trained so super. It's really hard to describe. You go through these things, and each race it gets a little bit better, and we went into the Kentucky Derby with no real hopes of winning, and still got away with a win. Went to the Preakness, repeated a great race, and run 2nd. And now here we are coming in here. Everybody's saying he's for real, and now the pressure's on to really show up and throw a great race. But I think all combined, you got to give credit to the horse mostly. He's a great horse. We figured him out, which took some time, as you and I went over it on the tapes. It took a lot of time to figure that out, and got a great ride from Calvin. The two riders that have ridden him have done a great job of getting him back and setting the race up for him like he needs it, and so I think that accounts for a lot of the success.
Well, we wish you good luck the rest of the road here, Chip. And Chip was a little bit concerned, Joe, that Mind That Bird has been quite rambunctious since he left the holding barn. He's been bucking and kicking and playing. Not as much, quite a bit more than he normally does.
They can sense it sometimes, Janine, and a good point by Chip Woolley to give credit to the horse. So much attention has gone to Calvin, but what Mind That Bird has done is remarkable, the turnaround. Let's look at the current odds, Randy, because I marvel at the fact that there's such a big gap between Mind That Bird, Charitable Man, down to Dunkirk.
That certainly surprised me. Even money for Mind That Bird, 5-1 for Dunkirk and Charitable Man. Another note, earlier today, the biggest race in England was run, the Epsom Derby. The Irish owners of Dunkirk ran 6 of the 13 horses in the Epsom Derby, finished 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. They'd like to get that first place spot covered now in the Belmont.
Chocolate Candy 9-1, and you can see Nick Zito. We talk so much about Nick Zito. Miner's Escape, Brave Victory, 9-10. He's done it before with long shots. Boy, the prices would be there again. 20-1, 26-1 as the final preparations are set to. Saw Garrett Gomez, the first to make his way there. He's still looking for a Triple Crown win. And Calvin Burrell, he spent a week just handling the media duties here in New York, having a lot of fun, getting himself on national TV in the morning and the late night shows. And now, after a day where he has sat back in the jocks room, his only mount of the day. So much attention has gone to Calvin, looking for that personal Triple Crown. But Mind That Bird is in rare air. A horse hasn't won the Derby, run second in the Preakness, and then won the Belmont since 1964. Rare accomplishment, Randy. Just about time for the post parade. There was a time when horses would go straight to the start, but Belmont changed things. This the race where the tradition became commonplace, and leading the way is #1 Chocolate Candy. 5th in the Derby. The Diet Guru Jenny Craig owns this colt. Garrett Gomez, we told you, he's never won a Triple Crown race yet. Perhaps the best jockey in the country.
Trainer Todd Pletcher blames the poor Kentucky Derby effort of #2 Dunkirk on an off-track and an unlucky trip. He's confident the Gray Colt will bounce back today. Pletcher, jockey Johnny Velasquez, and the Irish-based Coolmore ownership group won the Belmont 2 years ago with that filly, Rags to Riches.
The 3 is Mr. Hot Stuff. And you see Edgar Prado up in the irons. Trainer Owen Hardy described Mr. Hot Stuff as, quote, he's like Bart Simpson. He'll do anything. He'll grab a mouthful of hay and fling it as far as he can. Let's see what he does today.
#4, Summer Bird. There is Kit DeSormo. We've already detailed about how a year ago DeSormo failed badly here in his Triple Crown bid with Big Brown. Summer Bird was 6th in the Kentucky Derby, and like Chocolate Candy, Dunkirk, and Mr. Hot Stuff, he skipped the Preakness. Horses starting from the first 4 posts all fit that pattern.
The 5, Love Gov, owned by the Saratoga socialite queen Mary Lou Whitney, ran 8th in the Preakness.
Next up in the lineup will be the #6 horse, Charitable Man, ridden by 23-year-old Alan Garcia, of course, who rode Longshot Datara last year to a wire-to-wire win in the Belmont. Charitable Man could be on the early lead today. Could Garcia do it again?
And the roar for the Derby winner, Mind That Bird, the 7. Calvin Burrell said, we're going to win it No questions asked. Well, Mind That Bird finished last in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile and was winless this year until that Derby stunner. What a turnaround.
Number 8, Flying Private, the only horse other than Mind That Bird to dance all 3 dances in the Triple Crown. He was 19th and last in the Derby, 4th in the Preakness. Lucas, of course, his trainer Wayne Lucas also trains Love Gov in this race.
The 9 is the first of the Nick Zito trained Bob LaPenta-owned starters. It's Miner's Escape, and those maroon silks with the gold epaulets that honor LaPenta's alma mater, Iona College. And they won last year with the Tara, these connections.
And rounding out the field, the other Zito horse, Brave Victory, looking for his first stakes victory. The first mount in a Triple Crown race for 23-year-old native of Jamaica, Rajiv Mirage. And that's not Jamaica, New York. It's Jamaica,
that's
Jamaica.
The real thing. Yeah. The Belmont, New York through and through. Calvin Burrell and Mind That Bird trying to make it here. This Triple Crown is played out like a daytime soap opera. So many plot twists along the way. We had the unexpected hero, the leading lady who exited stage left, and now the final act on the final stretch of dirt. The race is next. Andy Moss and Jerry Bailey and the crew trackside with you. So glad you're with us. 141st running of the Belmont Stakes. Calvin Burrell up aboard Mind That Bird, the storybook Triple Crown season. This is the final leg. He's a new age Cinderella man, sort of a comfort food during some tough times. An underdog thrown into the spotlight. Tough rivals, though, await here. Charitable Man unbeaten on this track. Jerry, your final thoughts here.
The old adage, pace makes the race. Let's watch as the gates open to see if number 9, Miner's Escape, challenges Charitable Man, because the first half a mile is crucial in terms of time. And
how much pressure he'll be able to put on Charitable Man. My trifecta is the same. Charitable Man first, Dunkirk second, Mind That Bird third.
And Chocolate Candy will be the first to load, owned by the diet guru Jenny Craig, ridden by Garrett Gomez, who's searching for a Triple Crown win in his career. 9-1 is Chocolate Candy.
If he's going to have a chance, Joe, he's got to stay within reason of Dunkirk. That's where he's going to run best. He's got to stay close to Dunkirk and watch to see if Miner's Bird relaxes. Mind That Bird, brother.
But will this be an unlikely achievement from an unlikely pair? The overlooked and undersized gelding and the risk-reward jockey. Their times arrived.
Charitable Man breaks in stride for the early lead. Flying Private is there toward the outside, Miner's Escape, and then down toward the rail, Dunkirk is going to be forwardly placed. In the meantime, Mind That Bird has been taken back to last position and taken immediately to the rail by Calvin Burrell. So the field moves into the first turn now, and it's Dunkirk who will be the leader today. Dunkirk leads. Miner's Escape is second on the outside. Mr. Hot Stuff third through a quarter in 23 and 2/5 seconds. Charitable Man is rating just off the pace today. He's fourth on the outside. Summerbird rides the rails in fifth. Flying Private is sixth. Chocolate Candy is now seventh, and Brave Victory is eighth. And that's Love Gov who's racing ninth. 3 lengths back to a cool and confident Calvin Burrell with Mind That Bird. They're in last position once again through a half mile that was pretty strong. 47 seconds flat, so Mind That Bird about 9 lengths from a good pace up front. And that pace is being set by Dunkirk with 7 furlongs remaining here in the Belmont Stakes. Miner's Escape is prompting the pace from the outside. Charitable Man in good striking position. Now running in third. Down toward the inside, it's Mr. Hot Stuff racing fourth, and Flying Private in between horses. Down toward the inside, it's Summerbird. Alongside that one, Brave Victory is now called on for run. And then on the inside, Chocolate Candy. And second to last is Mind That Bird with 5 furlongs to go. He's 7 lengths from the lead as they enter the far turn. Love Gov is the trailer. They've run 3 quarters in 1:12 and 2. around the far turn. Dunkirk still leading the way. Dunkirk by 3/4 of the length. Charitable Man makes a bold run at the lead. And Mind That Bird's moving like a shot. Here comes Mind That Bird with a bold blitz toward the lead on the far outside. He's catapulting by horses. And now they're coming to the stretch. And it is Mind That Bird who has taken the lead. Charitable Man is second. And Dunkirk fights on at the top of the stretch. It is Mind That Bird, fully extended by Calvin Morrell. Summer Bird is going to take a left run at him. Dunkirk is not done yet. Dunkirk comes right back. Mind That Bird, and here is Summer Bird, and here is Summer Bird to win the Belmont Stakes. Summer Bird, an 11-1 upset. Dunkirk finishing second. Mind That Bird was third in the 141st running of the Belmont Stakes.
Sweet revenge for Kent DeSormo. A year after Big Brown was dead last, Kent DeSormo comes back and wins on the other bird.
Well, a couple of things to note here, Joe. Kent DeSormo was actually on the rail down the backside where Mind That Bird usually is. And Calvin on Mind That Bird, I think his horse got a little bit rank with him. He let him ease up a little soon. And I think, if anything, the move might have been a little premature.
All the pre-race focus, obviously and rightfully, on Mind That Bird, as you see him there, a son of Birdstone, the 2004 Belmont winner. But it was the other son of Birdstone, Summer Bird, who finished well back in the Kentucky Derby, but had an extremely wide trip in that race on a day that it was better to be down on the inside where Calvin was.
You know, my biggest concern for Calvin on Mind That Bird was for him to relax, and I think, if I could see correctly, it was hard to see across the backside, but he got a little rank with him at the 5-furlong pole and pulled him up.
Let's get down to the track to Caton Bradar.
Pulled him up close to the lead.
Right now he's given some comments and a shout out to the other bird. Kelvin, tell me what happened.
Oh, nothing. I mean, this went so slow up front, you know, and I mean, I had to let him go a little bit down the backside. He was kind of fighting me a little bit, but I don't know. I made the lead at the 16th hole, so I thought he was home free, and the other horse just galloped by.
You say he was fighting you just a little bit. Is that different from the previous races?
Yeah, well, they backed him up so slow today, you know. It was unbelievable how slow they went, you know. And he kind of grabbed a hold to the bit, so I didn't want to fight him too much, and I let him, you know, creep up easy, and like I say, he run his race. He's a little tired, but he run his race.
Your thoughts at this point on this final leg of the Triple Crown?
I'm a happy baby. I'm happy. I love mom and dad to death, and everybody back home. We'll get him next time.
Even in defeat, he has a positive outlook, Jeff.
Summer Bird is the victor here, and it is now official. And things stayed as they were. Summer Bird brings back 2580. Dunkirk holds up there. Mind That Bird, the show money. The full order of finish for Kent DeSormo, the 6th Triple Crown race he has won, but the first Belmont, the race that has caused him so much pain in his career, he secures it here today. And Mind That Bird doesn't get it done, although finishing in the money in all 3 Triple Crown races. Trophy presentation as Summer Bird, Belmont Stakes trophy from Tiffany & Company. Solid silver bowl, and it now belongs to the connections of Summer Bird. Reese Davis has that.
And Joe, it does. Since 1926, this trophy, designed by a member of the Tiffany family, has gone to the winner. And here to make the presentation is Steve Dunker, the chairman of the board of the New York Racing Association.
Thank you very much. Before I introduce Governor Patterson, I just want to briefly thank our racing fans that support us 300 days a year and our great horsemen that put on the best show in American racing. Now to the race. What a thrill. A gritty, grueling stretch drive where your colt proved and passed the test of a champion. Congratulations, a tremendous race. Now I'd like to introduce the governor of our great state, David Patterson.
Well, thank you. It is my pleasure to award the Belmont Trophy, the Tiffany Trophy, to Summer Bird and its great owner, Calorie Cal Jaraman, the trainer, Tim Ice, and jockey Kent DeSormo. The owner is known as Dr. J. Dr. J, this was a slam dunk for you and everybody affiliated with Summer Bird, the other bird that won the Belmont this year.
Congratulations, Doctor.
Tremendous win.
Winner of the Belmont. And in addition to being a horse owner, you were also, I believe, a cardiologist. So what was the heart rate as you saw Summer Bird start to take the lead?
Yeah, it was really exciting. It was a great opportunity and a great honor to win this race.
What was the feeling when you realized just moments before he crossed the line that you had a chance to capture this Triple Crown race?
It was really a great feeling. It was the greatest feeling we had in the horse racing business in 25 years.
Your wife is also a doctor. Is he telling the truth? Was he this calm with the win?
No, that is the truth.
A very thrilling victory for Summer Bird. Congratulations, Doctor, both of you on the great win for Summer Bird. Janine?
1998. Ken DeSormo lost the Triple Crown by a nose on Real Quiet. He, of course, lost the Triple Crown last year with Big Brown in that debacle. There was scrutiny afterwards. Can you put into perspective what it means to you to finally add a Belmont to your resume?
Well, I hope from now on we'll talk about the winning one. I think that I'd like to hope that the horsemen out there believe that when I'm given the opportunity, if I have horse, we'll get the job done. And I think that Summer Bird helped me prove that today in the race. Some of the bad memories and instill a new one. And in fact, as said before, it would have been a long way home hanging my saddle on the wall and not having notched up a Belmont in my career. So I'm ultimately thrilled for that. Thank you, Tim, and the owners, Dr. J.
And now, if you want to, you can retire in peace. Not that we want you to go away, but you're
not going anywhere.
Definitely. Tim, congratulations. First of all, happy birthday. It's your birthday today. You're a guy based at Louisiana Downs. You've been training for a year, and you have just won a Triple Crown race. Have you wrapped your mind around this right now?
I haven't even thought about it. I'm so excited right now. I'm glad I had Kent DeSormo where, he could redeem himself from last year. It wasn't all his fault. I had a great ride. He rode him perfectly. I've got to thank the Dr. J. Armans for sticking with me. To win a Triple Crown just my first year racing, it's just unbelievable. I can't explain it.
Something that'll probably take you a little while to come to terms with. So congratulations. And Summer Bird soars above his Belmont competition and fills a void for Kent DeSormo in the process, Joe.
Just like his daddy did. And the reason there's a T on Kent DeSormo's silks there, it's Tiffany Farm, the name of the ownership. And they just got the trophy made by Tiffany and Company. Many times we talk about a jockey getting hot. You could see it as the day was going on here with Kent DeSormo.
Yes, you could. 3 wins earlier on the card consecutively. Do you think there's anything to the theory that a jockey gets pumped up and can transfer maybe some of that confidence?
Well, I think you make more right decisions when you're doing things right, and it produces more right decisions. So yes, I do think you put horses in places they should be rather than places they shouldn't be.
Kent DeSormo was that hot jockey today. What a turnaround. The sweet revenge for DeSormo after last year's debacle on Big Brown. For Reese Davis, Jerry Bailey, Randy Moss, Kenny Mayne, Hank Goldberg, Janine Edwards, Jay Pridman, Steve Cyphers, and Tom Rinaldi, I'm Joe Tessitore. Summer Bird takes the Belmont.